Hey my planner friends, today's video is going to be about creating some planner accessories using Canva. We're going to laminate some stuff, we're going to hole punch some stuff. I am just going to show you how to make like a really cool layered type of planner cover dashboard thing. I have been really inspired about people who have like those layers on the like on their planner covers. Also, my hands are so dry. I keep putting lotion on and then my knuckles just look gross, so I'm sorry. Like the layered planners where they'll have like a frosted or like a clear cover, and then maybe some vinyl like acetate or something like that, and then maybe a vellum, and then maybe a picture or something like that. So we're gonna make this like really cool layered thing on Canva that I'm gonna show you. So we are going to be using my Surface Go. Let me zoom in here. There is like something gross. Ew, like a hair. Okay, my Surface Go, and we're going to be using Canva. Okay, so you want to go into Canva, open Canva on your iPad, your desktop, your tablet, like whatever you have Canva on. You don't have to have Canva Pro to do this. Your regular Canva free account can do it. You're just limited to the free designs. I really like Canva Pro. I believe I have the yearly subscription and I really like it. It's just really easy to design things. I have a bunch of Canva templates, and now there's commercial use Canva templates in my shop on Creative Fabrica. The personal use things are still on Etsy. I kind of want to keep it separate because if you don't care about like commercial use licensing and reading through all that stuff and then making sure that you're following Canva's rules as well, like, and you just want to design and use it for your personal use, then I just kind of want to keep that separate. So anyway, long story. So we're going to go to create a design. You're going to go to create a custom size, and the cover size, we're going to make a cover that we're going to laminate. So the point of that is that this, you can see the cover obviously like sticks out farther than the pages, right? So you want to make when you laminate it, you're going to have this overhang of lamination, and so you want to make something that's going to fit all the way across, so whatever this dimension is, and then we'll make something that is the size of the whatever this is, the page that's in your planner. I'm going to do this in Happy Planner, like classic size thing, but yeah. So that is, I'm going to change this to millimeters. I'm going to go over here. Hopefully my keyboard comes up. If not, we will do this. Okay, fine. 190 by 241 millimeters. Create new design. So then this is going to be this width here, if that makes sense. Because when you laminate it, you're going to cut it out to be around like this, so it kind of looks like, you know, a professional looking cover. I have a mink, and so I'm going to be laminating 10 mil laminating pouches to make it thicker like these covers. You don't necessarily have to, especially if you have like a, I don't know, like a planner cover that you put this, like your planner in or whatever. You don't necessarily have to use, you can use the 3 mil or 5 mil laminating, whatever your standard kind of a laminator will do. So the thing that I've been inspired by is creating a layered look. So I'm going to print this on Vellum, and I will leave a link down below to the Vellum that I have. I believe it's both inkjet and laser printer friendly, and I have ran it through my laser printer and then foiled it, and it kind of didn't work right. I don't know if it's my printer, I don't know if it's me, I have no idea, but I have done that and had that in a previous, I think, planner setup. I will see if I can link that as well. But I'm going to do this on Vellum. So I want sort of like an open pattern, and then I want to put a space for a quote to show through from a dashboard that I'm going to put behind this planner. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go over here to Elements, and I'm going to search something like pattern. I think I searched like autumn pattern. See if that picks up. Yeah, there we go. There goes Merlin. And I think I selected graphics. Yeah, and so you can see you have all these like patterns here. I kind of want something that's more open. So if we like insert this, you can see that that would be kind of cool and cute printed on a vellum. And I'm not going to go through just the free stuff, just the, and not the pro stuff. I'm just going to use whatever comes up over my subscription. What I think is great is when you have ones that you can then change the color of. So you could change it to be whatever. I'm going to delete that. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? See if I can zoom in a little bit more. Too much. Boink. Is this not as helpful as maybe a screencast? I don't know. I thought I would do something different with you guys today. So let's see. You could even have something like this, you know, something that's kind of spaced out but more together, if that makes sense, like more dense. The pattern is more dense. Let's see. I think I use something like this one. Let's delete this. I think I use something more like this because I've already done this. If I were to do a design with me thing, I would just have me filming myself for like 3 hours while I'm like trying to pick and decide and whatever, and I just don't think that would be helpful or anything. So I like this, and what I'm going to do now is go over, I'm still in Elements, I am going to delete this, and I think I'm going to look up like brush stroke. I might have to retype that or rewrite that. Let's see. I am going to go over here though, and I'm going to hit static because I don't want anything that kind of like moves around. So there's one. Actually, I don't quite like that because I don't know how big my quote's going to be. So I kind of want to, I know how big my quote's going to be because I know what I'm personally doing. But I kind of maybe want one that maybe I can build on. Let's see. And you want one again that you can change the color of. So what if we do this one? You kind of just want to, and then like guides and stuff will pop up, and you kind of just want to keep in an idea of what your planner looks like when it's finished. You know what I mean? So I'm going to change this to white and this to white, and then I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to do something like this. Maybe I'll go flip horizontal so it doesn't look, maybe I'll rotate it a little bit so it doesn't look too, I don't know, perfect, like, I don't know what you would say. So now I have this, so when I go to print this on my vellum, this like orangey leaf pattern is going to print, and then it's going to not print where this is, and then when I make my dashboard, which we'll go make now, the quote that I'm going to choose is going to show through. So I am going to do this though. Select multiple, select that one, group, position, oops, there we go. So there, now I kind of have an idea of what my cover is going to look like. And I have done this before where I've made a dashboard that I've laminated some tissue paper from like Notique and some from Happy Planner, and Vellum is a really cool way to work with like laminating and creating these like covers. Like even here, look at this cool like splatter thing. Imagine if you just had that as a nice little laminated cover, you know, or even a laminated dashboard like in the vellum tissue paper style. This one would be even cool because you can kind of see through it, you know. It's really cool because you can obviously see through it because it's vellum, and you could even try and laminate it. You could make it like a couple different things, like maybe I'll do like this, you know. Copy. Maybe I'll make that one black, position. You know, and then you could have your own cool like fall. I don't know, like a cool fall something or other. You know, you can just play with, I don't know, play with Canva. Like, you know, there's this little guy too. We can make this. You know, different speckles and things, like whatever. Just make a whole bunch of patterns. I don't know. It'd be really cool to do that. So we've got this. Now we want to go make a new design, create a new design, and the dashboard is going to be the page size of your Happy Planner classic sized page, whatever planner you're doing this for. So like if you were doing this for like dashboard sets for your A5, you would just like your A5 spiral or something like that. Just use whatever dimensions that you need to use. You're just making a layer. So if you need your cover to be bigger, make your cover the size you need your cover to be, and then make your dashboard the size of your page. If you, I don't know, need it to be a different size or whatever, then just make it a different size. Do whatever you need to do to make this, you know, match and work for you. So I need my new design to be in inches, and I need this to be, whoops, backspace, 7 by 9.25, right? Yeah. So now for this one, I want to use a photo and then a quote in the middle. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because your like page is going to sit kind of off center, you may have to do like a test print, which I guess I should have done. But your pages are going to line up like this, right? So your quote isn't going to be, if it's in directly the center here, then it's not going to be in the center of this. So you might need to like move it over a little bit. So maybe I'll do that, and then, you know, have a couple that I play around with and do whatever I need to do with. So I want to have a fall picture. I'm kind of making this because I've already had my September, October set up. I'm kind of making this for Thanksgiving. So I would just go over to like photos and search maybe like Thanksgiving. And then if there were any photos that I really liked, I think I also searched, there were some that I like recently, like fall flat lays or whatever. This is what I recently used. Autumn Hig. Is that how you pronounce that? Hig. Which was just some like cozy flat lays. I think I'm going to just show you what I already picked because I really liked the one that I picked. I think I picked this one. This one would be cute too. But I picked this one and I kind of just sized it up. You could put a grid in here and like assign that as your background. But I just kind of did that. And then I was like, this looks great. I would love to see this under this, like as a vellum, you know, just kind of flip back and forth, see how you feel. Another thing is you can find things that would be perfect for SVGs. So another thing you could do is have a vellum cover that's been laminated, a plastic dashboard that maybe you've put an SVG cut file on in, I don't know, like gold or silver or some kind of vinyl, and then a dashboard with this. I will leave a link to my vinyl dashboard accessories DIY thing that I did on my channel like last year or 2 years ago. I don't even remember. But I would go up here and I would search for like, let's see. What did I do? I think I searched for like autumn. My car's going fast. SVG or something. And you could totally find it. Let's see if it reads that. Yes. Okay. And I would go over here to graphics. I would go to static. And you can find, oops, did I insert that? I didn't mean to. Let's see, actually, so here's like, look at this. Let me change this to white. This is like something that people have on shirts and stuff, you know? Like, wouldn't that be cool? It says, don't make me flip my witch switch. Like, you can just find a bunch of SVGs. And then you get these like magic recommendations here. Let me try autumn. Quote. Yeah, so look at all this. This is like, I don't know, it says girl mom and stuff on it, but you can scroll through and find some stuff. Like this says hello fall. Change this to white. And I think it would be easier to see if we added like a darker color behind this. But yeah, I don't know, like, okay, let me get rid of this one. This one says hello autumn. See all, see what we got here. Hello fall, hello autumn, fall harvest, happy autumn, happy fall. Whoops, this one says give thanks. Hello autumn, hello fall. Harvest something. Yeah, so like, you do like that. Let's go see my recently used, because I chose this one, The Magic of Fall. And you can also find things related, like you can click these three little dots here, and you can view more by this person. And then you can find like more SVGs and stuff. You can also say if you really like something, you can do that and add it to a folder or star it. And then you can go see somewhere where your like starred things are. Folders, starred, yeah. And then this is all the things that I've like loved. You know, these are or were something. I don't know what they are. I don't know why they did that. But like these are all the things that I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this later. You know what I mean? So now we have that. And now that I'm thinking, I'm trying to anticipate this, right? So like if this is the center, I need to kind of move it over a little bit. So let's just go over here. That's actually probably fine. Like that. Maybe it'll sit right. I don't know. You might have to do it a couple of times. You might have to overlay them in maybe your program that you're going to use to print these off. What I normally do is, because we've sized these like a specific size, you can't just go ahead and like download to the print this. You need to put this on another canvas. So to make sure that it's sized correctly. So I usually go into like Word or Open Office or something like that. I would download this as a PNG. So download, save as a PNG. I always make it higher resolution because I have the Pro and I can do that, and then I just download it, and then I would go over into Word or something, open it in there, make sure the sizes are correct, and then print it. You want to print your cover on vellum and then this design on like a thicker piece of paper. You don't have to do cardstock. I'm just going to use like, I think it's like 32 weight, the size of the weight of paper that I used for my inserts. So I'm going to go get that stuff, and then we will start working on the actual like project. Okay, so I went and grabbed what I printed, and you can see this is kind of how it's going to look when you have like your full cover and dashboard completed, like the overlap and stuff. And like I said, you're going to want to put this into Word, Open Office, even Silhouette Studio, something that you can just print from, because your printer is going to want to say, oh, this is, if you download it as a PDF, your printer is going to want to say, I'm looking for a page that is like 9 inches wide, or whatever we set our width to, instead of I'm going to print this on an 8.5 by 11 page, if that makes sense. So I always put it in like Word or something. I use Open Office because it's a free word processing program. You don't need a Silhouette, you don't need a Cricut, you don't need any type of cutting machine for this. You can just use your paper trimmer, regular printer, any type of software, anything like that. So I'm just trimming it down, and my printer sometimes likes to scale things for me, so that's why I was making sure this was actually the right size that I actually wanted to print it at. So yeah, just take your paper trimmer, blah blah blah, take your paper trimmer and trim it down. It's going to be much easier if you have more defined borders. You know, if you have something that's like kind of see-through, or I don't know, it's not at a full border, it's going to be harder to cut. You may have to add sort of like your cut lines. I'm pulling out my Mink here, which is just a glorified like high heat laminator. It can do foiling and whatnot, but I'm going to use it to laminate 10mm laminating pouches. It has about five or six settings. The first setting is no heat at all, and then it has a really high setting, and I think I move it over to like 4 or something like that, because it can laminate your 3mm, your 5mm, your 10mm. I don't know any type of other like sizes of or thicknesses of laminating pouches. I don't know. But it can do like nice professional-ish cover or laminating or whatever. And you see here, I forgot that I need to round the corners. So I think this is like a crocodile corner chomper or something like that. And it's kind of like a heavy duty one. It's going to help cut through that 10 mil laminating pouch as well. So I just round the corners like, you know, your professional looking covers, and then I kind of line it up in the pouch, pushing as far as I can up to the top, and then making sure that that border at the top sort of matches a planner cover that I already have, so it's not too far off. I don't have to do like too much trimming, making sure it's kind of level and whatnot. And then I just run it through my laminator. I run it through a couple of times, and then I make sure it's staying flat. Because I don't want it to like curl up and like be wonky and weird. And now I'm going to use some binder clips to line this up so that I can trim off the excess like laminated plastic stuff around the cover that I just laminated, around that vellum piece that I just laminated. So this is going to help. I use a washable, I guess you would say, marker. I don't use a permanent marker. It's not going to matter. You can rub both of them off, but I just use a permanent or a washable kind of marker because it's going to be easy for me to wipe off with my finger. I don't have to go get like water or alcohol or something like that to get it off. So then line it up, cut it the same way. You might have to use a little bit more pressure. Maybe you might have to bust out like an X-Acto knife and a ruler too, depending on the strength of your paper cutter, but it should be okay to do it. It should cut it fine. And once you get all three edges, because you line it up at the front or line it up at the top of the lamination pouch, then you'll just use your corner chomper again and chomp all the corners. The other thing that I have is, I think it's called a We Are Memory Keepers Power Punch, and it's their disc punch guy. So you can see this, how it kind of looks. It looks really nice. I'm trying to decide which side I want to punch, which side is going to make the quote look a little bit better in the center, because I didn't take my own advice in that previous clip and I didn't do a test print. I just went ahead and printed it. So I'm going to use the binder clips again to line it up. I'm going to use my marker and I'm going to mark the mushroom shape so I know approximately where to punch this. The power punch from We Are Memory Keepers does not line up super exactly. I think the like stem of the little mushroom is a little bit longer, but it's gonna be okay. For this, what you want to do is like be super careful. I started with the second punch down because I could then, there is a guide on this power punch, but I started with the second punch down so I could line it up, and it's here that I'm realizing that my power punch maybe needs to be sharpened. I might need to punch it through some tinfoil or something to get it sharp, because I use it a lot for a lot of different things. I have made a planner cover with like a PVC cover where it's punched through like really thick stuff, and I love this power punch thing. You could also use an arc punch. I think now that I'm looking back at some other planner covers that I made, I think I did use the arc punch to do that. So like I said, my punch is a little bit dull. It's leaving a little bit of plastic on the back, so I'm just using my scissors to trim that up. I probably should have edited out most of this because all I'm doing is punching, but you can see there is a guide. You just line it up to the next one, to the next one, to the next one to punch. Make sure you're pushing it all the way down to the bottom and it's like completely level and whatnot, because you don't want to have like a wonky skewed planner cover when you put it in. And I'm sorry if I keep breathing like super deeply. I am, again, still pregnant when I'm filming this tutorial, so I'm like 35 weeks pregnant, so there's a lot of deep breathing to try and catch my breath while I'm doing voiceovers and stuff. So, but yeah, once I get this done, I go back and like have to line up the first punch because I'm like very nervous about it, but in the end I get it done, and I love this power punch. There are so many accessories that I have just, I don't know, invested in, I guess you would say, when it comes to being creative in my planner. I've had the same Cricut since like 2014. I bought a new silhouette. I really don't think I needed to. I think it had to do with my printers and how it was like pulling in the sticker paper and whatever. So I kind of want to set up my second silhouette and have like a 2 silhouette situation. You know, the power punch, the mink, like they're all things that I think if you are invested in this as a hobby that you should like over the years invest in. I don't know. Those are my 2 cents. So you can see it lines up pretty well. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to go get, I think I stepped off camera here because I think I forgot it. I'm going to go get my Happy Planner brand punch. Like I said, you can use the arc punch too. It's fine. I just like the length. The difference is the length of the mushroom stem between the arc, the power punch, and the Happy Planner punch. It's not like too big of a deal. And the Happy Planner punch is not that durable. It will only punch through like 3 pages. So I just had the if my Happy Planner punch breaks again, I'm probably just going to go ahead and use my arc punch for everything after that. So I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff in together. You can see that would look really pretty too, how I have my setup now. It just has a journaling card from what's that, Shop Jessica Hearts behind it, so that would be something pretty to do. You could also take, there's the vellum that I laminated, or I'm sorry, the vellum that I foiled behind it. This is one of them that didn't foil like totally correctly, but you can't really tell. And you could put that, you know, that would be nice with something on top of it, you know. It's just, you can get creative with this, you know, whatever you're doing in Canva, or even if you're just, you could do this in, you know, Microsoft if you had the elements and stuff that you got from online. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it inspiring. If you did, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I would love for you to stick around and see the other DIYs that I have on my channel. And yeah, I hope to see you around. Thanks for watching. Bye.